welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. Amid scenes reminiscent of the people's movement against the Regional Plan 2011, hundreds of people gathered outside the Town and Country Planning Office at Pato Panjim and massively objected to and demanded the scrapping of the proposed Goa Land Development and Building Construction Regulation Amendment 2022. They also demanded the scrapping of the Regional Plan 2021. Activists alleged that many projects were pre-planned and the amendment was planned after being pressurized by real estate brokers.
People demanded the scrapping of the proposed Goa Land Development and Building Construction Regulation Amendment 2022. They questioned if any carrying capacity study was done before the projects were planned. They said people should decide what projects will come up in the villages. Activists pointed out government's own study which says that 15% of Goa land will be flooded due to climate change.
की हे सगळे रिजनल प्लॅनान आसा म्हणून तर रिजनल प्लॅनाची जर हिस्ट्री सांगपाची जाली जाल्यार हे त्रिमूर्ती जे रिजनल प्लॅन 2011 करपाक जे बसलेले बाबू स्पॉन्सरात विश्वजीत राणे आणि दिगंबर कामत आता एकीकडे येयल्लेले आहा हे तिघय ब्रोकर आता एकीकडे येयल्लेले आहा त्यांच्यानी तो रिजनल प्लॅन 2021 तयार केल्लो आणि आता ते वाट्यो काडटात ते गल्फ कोर्स घातला खंयसर फार्म हाऊस घालपाक जाय खंयसर तांकां आता फोण्या तेंच्यांनी फिल्म सिटी अख्ख्या डोंगरार दाखयल्लेली आसा खुबशा लोकांक खबर ना हे कायदो हाडून तांकां थंयसर ते सगळे प्रोजेक्ट एक्झिक्यूट करपाक जाय तो जेन्ना सायंटिफिकाचे उलयता जशें मॅडमीन सांगले तुमचे कडेन गोंयची कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी आहा हाडून भरले म्हणून हांगासर जावचेले ना कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी तुमचे कडेन खंय आहा चल तूं डेटाचे उलयता तूं आमकां हेच सांग की तुका कितले जाण रियल इस्टेट ब्रोकर्स येवन मेळ्ळे हो कायदो हाडपाक 2 दीस हांगासरूच उबे रावत जाल्यार कोण येता हांकां मेळपाक सारके कळटले खंयचे रेड्डी खंयचे शर्मा
हे तुमच्यान करूंक जायना हे पंचायत करतली गावात कितें जातले ते लोक थारायतलो आमचे लेटरान आमचे डिमांड कितें आमचे डिमांड पयले हे अमेंडमेंट स्क्रॅप करा दुसरो डिमांड हो जो रिजनल प्लॅन आसा तातूंनी सगळे सेटलमेंट जे घाल्ले आसा ते सगळे केशे भाशेन जावपा दिवपा जायना आनी आयज गोंयचेर सगळे तरेचे आक्रमण आसात सगळे तरेचे संकट आसात क्लायमेट चेंजा लागून 15% गोंयची जमीन उदका वयतली सरकार सांगता आमी सांगनात सरकार सांगता जाल्यार एका लागून कितें करता सरकार कांयच करना सरकार कितें सोजमता की गोंय काबार जालें हो ते मरपा कडेन पावला आतां ताका मारया.
Has the government of Goa done a cumulative assessment of the entire state of Goa?
No.
So on what basis are these amendments taking place?
money basis
No, that is not the point. If he's talking about scientific basis, then we are talking on scientific basis.
गोयची सृष्टी आमी राखतले गोयची सुख शांती राखतले आता ऊट गोयंका भारत माता की जय भारत माता की जय भारत माता की जय.
Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
गोंयच्या रापणकाराचो एक वोट GRE has slammed the chief town planner of the Town and Country Planning Department for bringing amendments to regularize illegal multi-dwelling units under the Goa Land Development and Building Construction Regulations 2010 and for having failed to regularize the traditional coastal dwellers' houses like Karvi, Kunbi, Gowda Samaj, etc. under the Coastal Regulation Zone which was established in 1991.
Orencio Simoy stated that the TCP will regularize all unauthorized construction like flats, buildings, resorts open-air sports, golf courses, film city, film studio, etc. This will be done for area of more than 500 square meters, and that too without even providing sufficient documents. But the traditional coastal dweller communities who have been suffering since 30 years will not be allowed even to repair their houses.
आता 1991 आमचे कोस्टल डेव्हलपर्स पळय आसा जे कार्बी भाव आसा जे गावडा आसा वेलीप आसा ते जे पळय कोस्टल कम्युनिटीज पळय रावता हे लोक त्यांची घरां आयज रेन्युवेशन करपाक CRZ डिपार्टमेंट एप्रुवल दिना आनी हो आता रेग्युलायझेशन पळय तुमी करता हे मल्टी ड्युलिंग प्रोजेक्ट रिसॉर्ट सगळ्यांक तूं रेग्युलायज करता पण आमची घरां कित्याक जायना पूण पारंपारीक जे लोक पळय रावता तेंची घरां रेग्युलायज करचे न्हू आनी हे जे पळय इलिगल करून भायले हे दिल्लीवाले व्हडले व्हडले बिल्डिंगां काडल्या स्काय स्क्रेपर सांकवाळ बी त्या सायडीक व्हडली व्हडली बिल्डिंगां दापोली बी व्हडली व्हडली बिल्डिंगां केला ते तुमी रेग्युलायज करपाक आसा पूण आमचे 30 वर्सां मायज जाले आमचे बारीक लोक पळय आसात कोस्टल एरियान पळय रावता तेंची घरां तुमी रेग्युलायज करना सो हांव मागता TCP मिनिस्टराक हे जे पळय तुमी केलेले आसा आमचेर अत्याचार हे रॉंग आसा आनी तुमी आयज कोमेदात लॉय बायपास करता एग्रीकल्चर लँड बायपास करता सगळें तुमी रेग्युलायज करपाक आसा पूण आमची कोस्टलान रावता त्या लोकांक तेंची घरां रेग्युलायज करना हें खूब चुकीचें आसा आनी हांव मागता आमचे TCP मिनिस्टर आनी CMाक जे पळय आमकां पळय त्रास जाता ते त्रास जे कोस्टल रेग्युलेशन झोन 91 येयलेलें आमकां राखपाक आमची घरां राखपाक तें पयलें राखपाचें काम कर आनी मागीर कोणाचें रेग्युलायज करपाक सोदता तें मागीर पळय पूण आमचे पारंपारीक लोकांचें पयलें राखपाचें काम कर म्हण इतलेंच गोंयच्या सरकाराक हांव सांगपाक सोदता.
Devin Gaonkar for Herald TV.
Amidst massive opposition to the Goa Land Development and Building Construction Regulation, TCP Minister Viswajit has scrapped all proposed amendments. In an exclusive chat with Herald and Herald TV on Monday, he said an expert committee headed by Vinayak Barne with Swati Salgaonkar and others will be constituted shortly to study the matter. Amendments will not be kept in abeyance but will be scrapped completely. TCP Minister Viswajit Rane also told Herald and Herald TV that all cases under Section 16B are scrapped. Nearly 7,000 applications had got provisional approvals under Section 16B.
All proposed amendments to the Goa Land Development and Building Construction Regulations 2022 will be scrapped, says TCP Minister. An expert committee headed by Vinayak Barne with Swati Salgaonkar and others will be constituted shortly to study the matter. The expert committee will interact with all the opposition parties, NGOs and activists and get their perspectives on the earlier proposed amendments. Thereafter, the TCP board will meet to take stock of those discussions and then decide how to proceed forward. Bureau Report, Herald TV.
A new intervention which was filed in the illegal Old Goa bungalow in August 2022 was taken on board and placed on record on Monday. However, the matter will be heard by the court in October. The court has directed the complainant to furnish a copy of the same to the respondent Panchayat and the main party, that is, the ones constructing the bungalow. Agnello Barreto, who filed the new intervention, states that he has new evidence and is hopeful that the hearing will take place.
A new intervention filed against the illegal Old Goa bungalow in August was taken on board and placed on record on Monday. The matter will be heard by the court in October. The court has directed the complainant to furnish a copy of the same to the respondent Panchayat and the main party.
Today the matter has been listed, today it has been taken up on board and we have already placed our intervention application on record and we have been directed to furnish them a copy to the respondent Panchayat and also the main party who we are alleging to have constructed the illegal construction. It has been posted now on 28th of October for their reply. So I hope this will get disposed quickly on the same date itself if possible.
Is it a new intervention or?
This is a new intervention. Prior to that, earlier interventions were still pending. They have not remained present today, but even they are pending today.
So this is
our intervention.
This is the fourth one.
This is the, as per me, this is the third one. But there might be more.
What about that?
That is pending before the court. That is pending before the court. That is not a problem because the main issue of all the interventions, our case is the same. That there is illegal construction which the court has seen through, and we are hoping that the court will come to a proper conclusion after going through all the documents and giving them an opportunity to be heard. they will pass a proper order saying that it has to be demolished as per law.
Yeah, I filed the intervention somewhere in the month of August, and three consecutive it was adjourned, and now today they have admitted, and the next date is on 20th of October at 12. So I have interviewed with giving more evidence to the government.
So you have got more evidence than the other interveners?
Yes, I have got more evidence than other interveners.
So do you expect on 20th it will be, hearing will be done?
On 20th?
Yeah.
I don't know, because it was postponed. I don't know whether it will be taken up or not.
Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
Chief Minister Pramod Sawant and other dignitaries paid homage to late Dr. Tristão de Bragança Cunha on the occasion of his 64th death anniversary at his memorial at Azad Maidan, Panjim on Monday. Sawant praised T.B. Cunha, who is known as the father of Goan nationalism, for his role in Goa's liberation struggle. As part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Sawant informed that schools will be named after freedom fighters and programs will be held to invoke a sense of nationalism for future generations.
Chief Minister Pramod Sawant offered floral tributes on the 64th death anniversary of late Dr. T.B. Cunha at his memorial at Azad Maidan in Panjim. Sawant praised T.B. Cunha, who is known as the father of Goan nationalism, for his role in Goa's liberation struggle. Sawant informed that schools in Goa will be named after freedom fighters.
आझादी का अमृत काल मनयता आसतना आज डॉक्टर टी.बी. कुन्हा, ट्रिस्तांव ब्रागांझा कुन्हा हांची डेथ एनिवर्सरी. म्हाका दिसता गोंयाक राष्ट्रवादा कडेन व्हरपी आनी गोंयाक भारतीय राष्ट्रवादा कडेन जोडून घेवपी सगळ्यात महानायक जर कोण आशिल्ले आसत जाल्यार डॉक्टर टी.बी. कुन्हा. हे आमी पळयता की तांचो सक्रीय सहभाग म्हणजे देशाच्या स्वातंत्र्य संग्रामांतलो आसतलो, गोंयच्या स्वातंत्र्य संग्रामांतलो आसतलो. ह्या गोंयच्या इतिहासांतलो केन्नाच विसरलो वयचो ना आनी खरोखरूच आज तांकां आदरांजली दिता आसतना, समेस्त गोंयकारांच्या वतीन श्रद्धांजली दिता आसतना ह्या अमृत काळाच्या निमित्तान डॉक्टर टी.बी. कुन्हा हांकां हांव समेस्त गोंयकारांच्या वतीन याद करता. आणि परत एकदा म्हणजे द फादर ऑफ नॅशनलिझम, द गोवन फादर ऑफ नॅशनलिझम असो त्यांचो उल्लेख केलो वता. त्या डॉक्टर टी.बी. कुन्हा हांकां समेस्त गोंयकारांच्या वतीन हांव तांकां आदरांजली दिता. तेंचें कार्य हे सदोदीत गोंयकारांच्या स्मरणार्थ उरचें, भावी पिढीच्या स्मरणार्थ उरचें हाज्या खातीर सरकारा कडल्यान सातत्यान कार्य केलें वयतलें. आनी विशेष करून ह्या आझादी का अमृत महोत्सव ह्या वर्साच्या निमित्तान अशे जे सगळे फ्रीडम फायटर्स आसा, आमी जशें म्हटलां की शाळेंत तांची नांवां दितले, अशा वेगवेगळ्या पद्दतीचे कार्यक्रम जेणे करून आमच्यो स्मृती परत एकदा जागे जावपाक जाय आनी आमकां नॅशनलिझमा कडेन नवीन पिळगेक जोडून घेवपा खातीर विविध कार्यक्रम हे सातत्यान गोंय सरकारच्या वतीन केले वयतले.
Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
Were there defections in Goa after the very first Goa Assembly elections in 1963 and thereafter? Were there defections in Goa when Dayanand Bandodkar was the Chief Minister? Listen to the MLA who replaced Dayanand Bandodkar after Bandodkar's death and who represented Bandodkar's Mandre constituency in 1973, Ramakant Khalap. Watch the full debate on Point Counterpoint. Is any party serious about eradicating the curse of defections legally on Herald TV and YouTube?
Were there defections in Goa after the very first assembly elections in 1963 and thereafter? Were there defections in Goa when Dayanand Bandolkar was the chief minister? Did the MGP government of Shashikala Kakotkar become the first government to fall due to defections?
On the fact that defections is not a new beast. Maybe the nature has changed. But it's not a new beast.
Certainly defection is not new to Goa. It started way back when first Constitution Assembly was constituted. What I would say, there was no defection in the first session, but there were dissensions. One or two MLAs did not agree with Mr. Bandolkar on certain issues, and they took their own independent stand.
Right.
In one way, it was good because it was a reflection of the democratic principles. You don't agree, you disagree, you say it openly, but you don't go against the party. That was the position in those particular days. In the second assembly, we saw a group of people breaking out from the opposition party as well as from the ruling party. So much so that at one stage, it was thought that the Bandolkar government would collapse because 7 of his MLAs, including some ministers, defected. They formed a group of 7. And there was a counter defection from the opposition party. 4 or 5 MLAs defected from that side. They strengthened Bandolkar's hand and the government continued. But then again, it gave a very clear picture that all is not well. Whatever you may say, the doctrines remain on paper and people create their own doctrines for the purpose of explaining their own particular acts. So that's what has happened. Third was when Bandolkar again, after the opinion poll, became the chief minister of Goa. He had a fairly good, very stable tenure. And the government ran well. He also had a very sizable number of MLAs along with him. I think there were 18 MLAs out of 30 that he got at that particular stage. Till his death it continued. Mrs. Kakotkar became the chief minister. And then slowly there was a decline in the number of MLAs of the MG party. Simultaneously, certain youngsters who came in the party at that stage, they sought to create dissensions, and not only dissension, they really finally broke away. 3 of them claim to be the original splinter group of the MG party. They staked a claim to the government. Delhi, it was Morarji Desai was the prime minister. He did not approve of this defection. He did not allow them to form the government. And then finally the Legislative Assembly was dissolved and fresh elections were held.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
With increasing thefts at Upasnagar, Sankwal, the residents live in fear of being robbed. Residents of the society informed that on Monday morning around 2 a.m., burglars attempted to rob one house by locking the neighbor's door and then went on to rob 2 flats that were empty. Last month, the burglars also robbed 2 shops in the area. The locals have requested the police to intensify patrolling in the area.
With an increase in the number of robberies at Upasnagar, Sankwal, the residents live in fear of being robbed. Residents say burglars attempted to rob 1 flat and succeeded in robbing 2. The locals have requested the police to intensify patrolling in the area.
गेल्या फाटी आतां 8 दीस जाले 15-20 दीस पयलीं जाले आनी 2 अश्यो चोरी जाल्ल्यो फार्मास एक फोडले आनी तेंची सायडीचे एक शॉप फोडलेले तेन्ना आमी पुलिसांक आपोवन इन्क्वायरी करूंक लायिल्ली आनी तेन्ना बी सांगलेलें आमी पुलिसांक की तुमी बंदोबस्त करपाचो रातचे आनी आतां कालूय परत 2 जाल्यो 2 आनी तेजे फुडल्यान आनी एक बिल्डींग आहा तेंचे 2 घरां फोडलीं करून ती कोण नासले आनी ते केन्ना येता कोण ना पळय तेन्नाच येता ज्या घरान कोण रावना तेन्नाच येता आनी रातचे 1-1.5-2 अशे यो तेजे पयलीं हांगाय बी जाली आमच्या कॉलनीन हांगा तिवूय बी नासली तेन्नाच येयले लॉक फोडटा आनी भितर सगळें दवरून ते मागीर तेंची कितें आहा तें व्हरता करून आतां लोकांच्या मनान खूब भंय जाला लोक आतां सामके भियाल्या आतां कितें करपाचें म्हणून म्हाजें पुलिसां कडेन एक रिक्वेस्ट आहा की रातचो तेंच्यांनी स्टाफ घालचो हांगा पुलीस फोर्स वाडोवपाचो आनी म्हाजी वेन्ना पुलीस स्टेशना कडेन PI कडेन रिक्वेस्ट आहा की थंय तेंच्यांनी स्टाफ वाडोवपाचो आनी CM कडेन रिक्वेस्ट आहा की हांगा आमचो तांकां स्टाफ चड दिवचो आनी आमच्या उपासनगरान पोलीस फोर्स घालून आमचे गस्ती वाडोवची
1 मंथ बॅक म्हाजी चोरी जालेली शॉपाचेर आनी लास्ट नायट हांगा ग्रावंड फ्लोराचेर सकयल रावता ते तेंचे तो लायव भितर आहा मनीस रावता तो ओनर आहा भितर आनी भायल्याच्यान तेचे तो लॉक तोडटा आनी सायडीचो एक आहा तो बी लॉक तोडटा पूण तेका त्यांनी ताबडतोब मागीर पुलिसाक कोणाक फोन मारलो आनी वयल्या फ्लॅटार त्यांनी फोन मारून ताका कन्फर्म केलो. पयल्या तो म्हणपाक लागलो त्या सायडीच्या ऑपोजीट बिल्डिंगाच्या तितूर बी आवाज चालू आहा हे चोरी जावपाचो. पूण अशें करून तिन्या 2 फ्लॅट फोडले त्यांनी आनी लायव कोण रावता तांकां भायल्याच्यान शेळी घातली, लॉक घातली आनी तशें करून चोरी केले तेंच्यांनी. रात्री
कितले फ्लॅट फोडले रात्री?
रात्री 2 फ्लॅट फोडले त्यांनी आनी 4 टोटल हय आनी बाकी कोण लायव रावता तेंचे सगळ्याक भायल्याच्यान लॉक घातला.
Kiran Bodkar for Herald TV.
One person was nabbed at Dolphin Circle, Naikawada, Kalangut for illegal possession of contraband suspected to be ganja weighing 1,100 grams. The drugs approximately worth rupees 1,10,000. The raid was conducted by the police personnel of Kalangut police station.
The accused Mohammad Jafar Gudimia was nabbed at Dolphin Circle, Naikawada, Kalangut with drugs. He is a resident of Aspabag, Binaga, Karwar in Karnataka. The raiding team consists of PSI Kiran Naik, Lady PSI Pragati Malik, Police Constable Vidyanand Amonkar, Ganpat Tiloji, Amir Garad, Vijay Naik and Sanjot Kerkar. The entire operation was conducted under the supervision of PI Dattaguru Sound. The drugs are approximately worth 1,10,000 rupees. Prakash Gadekar for Herald TV.
In an accident that was reported near the Gymkhana at Kampal on Monday afternoon, a two-wheeler was crushed between a car and a bus. Fortunately, the two-wheeler rider escaped with no injuries. It took the police some time to arrive at the site.
In an accident reported near the Pancham Gymkhana at Kampal on Monday afternoon, a two-wheeler was crushed between a car and a bus. The two-wheeler rider escaped without any injuries. Sagun Gowdy for Herald TV.
And in sports, Joe Cookie's veterans Lothuli beat Varka veterans 5-4 via the tiebreaker to lift the Varka Veterans Trophy in the finals of the Varka Veterans Cup football tournament on Sunday. The tournament was organized by Varka veterans and played at the Varka football ground. Anthony Matthews of Varka veterans was awarded the Man of the Match award.
Joe Cookie's veterans Lotley beat Varka veterans 5-4 via the tiebreaker to lift the Varka Veterans Trophy in the finals of the Varka Veterans Cup football tournament. At the end of full time, it was a goalless draw. Agnello, Wilson, Kaitan and Jason netted for Joe Cookie's veterans Lotley in the tiebreaker, while Vancio, Pascal, Benedict and Govan scored for Varka veterans. Inaki Laguna for Herald TV.
And that's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.